Hey guys, welcome back. Jeremy Butcher here. Guess what we're talking about today? It's diabetes. Why would I be talking about diabetes? Well, I'm actually a type 1 diabetic, and I have been since I was 18 years old. I'll tell you a little bit how I was diagnosed. I was discovered quickly, so I'm grateful for that. I was 18, like I said. I was at the university, and for the first time, for me, self-serve soft drinks were still on the new side. Let me tell you how old I am. And we had them available in our cafeteria. And I hated being skinny, and I wanted to put on weight. So I was drinking a root beer, 2 root beers per meal, just trying to bulk up maybe, and to no avail. I never did. It was Halloween night. Halloween day, I decided to celebrate. I'm going to eat candy. That's what people do, right? I had a candy bar for lunch. I've been eating sweets, hard candies throughout the day, probably munching on licorice. I like licorice. And by the end of the day, I was running to the bathroom. And I had to go so bad. And then when I would go, barely anything would come out. I'm like, that's weird. Then 20, 30 minutes later, I'd have to go again, and I'd be running to the bathroom. And when I went, there was not that much coming out. I'm like, why do I have to go to the bathroom if there's not much coming out? That makes no sense. Then it happened again, and it happened again. I have 4 sisters, and I've heard of, say, bladder infections as being something common for females. Didn't know about guys getting it. I thought I would ask my dad. His first thought was diabetes. Don't know how. I think he downloaded it. I don't know how he thought of that. He said, go to the nurse's office tomorrow and get checked out. So that's what I did. I went to the nurse's office, and I was low by then. Low 80s, high 70s. Starting to feel a little shaky, and had to have some orange juice, and decided to get checked out by a real endocrinologist right away. My dad set that up for me. I was off and got to a diagnosis pretty quick. If you don't know what diabetes is, let me help you a little bit. A type 1 diabetic is the one that takes insulin. I gotta poke my belly with needles every time I eat. Believe me, that's the easy part. The hard part is keeping track of it all. I have become a micromanager because of the dangers that I've had of having low blood sugar. And I'm also very sensitive to my body's fluctuations. And I just don't like it if my blood sugar is a little high. I can sense it, and I know it's not right. Or if it's a little low, I can sense it. I can't tell which one's which necessarily, but so I'm always checking, always adjusting. If I go a little high, I'll take 1 little unit just to bring it down and watch. Then I have to watch that. Insulin lasts for 4 hours to cover a full solid meal. It's not just a quick correction. I gotta be conscious of that 4-hour period and make sure I don't go low when I don't need it, say a couple hours later. So some of the scary things I've had go on, most of the time I would go low would happen when I was sleeping, and I couldn't be awake and monitor it. And it's always because I took too much insulin for what I ate, or I had a bunch of sweets I was taking insulin for. Sweets digest faster than a solid meal does. Insulin lasts for 4 hours, right? So if I had sweets, it would shoot up and come right back down. So sometimes that would happen when I'm sleeping and I go low. I don't have any consciousness of it happening. I just keep sleeping. I've slept through alarms, missed shifts at work. The worst case scenario is I'll start shaking or palpitating and making noise. I'll fall off the bed and be crawling around my room. I've done all of it so that a roommate or a partner would know that something was wrong, get sugar in me. Tablets are fast, liquids even faster. My partner knew that he could just put tablets in my mouth and tell me to chew, and it would fix the situation and everything would be fine. But imagine these situations happening out in public. There was a time that I was driving my roommate's car to get to and from work, probably. As I was leaving work, I was going low and didn't know it. Never get in a car if your blood sugar's low. It was getting lower and lower. I ended up driving up the off-ramp to the freeway and driving on the wrong side of the highway, and had cars honking at me. It was just getting dark. So it was probably 7:30, maybe 8, and thank God, by the grace of God, I went to the left and ended up pulling off the highway and stopping there on the left. I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure out what was going on, couldn't consciously figure out what was happening, but was very confused. And when something's missing there, it's sometimes impossible to accomplish anything. So that was one of my most dangerous situations. Another one, I was going for a walk around my neighborhood in my apartment complex. When I'm at home writing music, I like to take breaks and go for walks. At one specific time, I had too much insulin in me and didn't know it. I think it was cooler outside and it was hot inside. The change in temperature made my blood sugar drop more than it would have. I started getting confused and knew I needed to sit down because I wasn't feeling good. I ended up laying down in the bushes and passing out. Somebody came by, who knows how long later, kicked my foot and I didn't move. And they called the maintenance people and said, there's somebody who's laying there without moving. Should we do something? Should we call for an ambulance? So they called for an ambulance. I ended up being in a coma and had to be brought back by shoving sugar back in my system to bring my levels up. That was the other worst experience I've had. There was a time I was at work. I used to work at Kirkland's home store. Loved that place. I was back in the break room and I was taking longer than usual with whatever I went to go do, and my coworker came back and said, Jeremy, are you okay? I remember turning to her and I couldn't bring words to my mouth to tell her what was happening. My consciousness was drifting in a way that I knew there was a problem. I knew I needed to tell her, but I couldn't figure out how to do it, how to say something. So I just stared at her and started slowly falling down to the chair and sat in the chair and just sat there with a blank stare. She called our DM and asked, should she call an ambulance? He said yes. The ambulance came and wheeled me out of my workplace. Can you imagine? Looking at the ceiling of your work going, why am I here? What's going on? I've been in an ambulance probably, like I said, 8 to 12, probably maybe even 12 times. Taken from home at my apartment when my roommates couldn't revive me, didn't know what to do. It's been terrible. Now, there's a reason I'm telling you this. Recently, it's been brought to my attention that because of my purpose here, sorry about the microphone, my personal mission of what I came for has been revealed to me bit by bit recently. Because my mission is such a big deal for the entire world with what I'm meant to do here, I've been protected by angels, guides, star beings, you name it. My forces of protection are incredible and always have been. But the lower beings, the dark ones, were trying to eliminate me. They didn't want me to survive. Not just then, but many other times. They were trying to get rid of me so that I wouldn't come to an awakening of who I really am in order to accomplish what I've come to do. So I'll be revealing more of that as we go along here. But so that's kind of imagine getting that message. Who the hell am I? You know, I'm like, I'm just Jeremy, right? That's what I was told. That's what's going on. I received messages from God, the angels. There are dozens of ways to do that. ways to do that. So I always know what's going on, and I can double check with my spirit guides or with my higher self, or with source itself, and get yes or no answers in my vision. I get a yes, a Y for yes, or an N for no, and it's never been wrong. Anyway, so that was a little extra, but so because of all these experiences, especially that one at the workplace, I was getting into my songwriting and wanted to write a song about a hero, because I was so grateful that there's always somebody there, whether the paramedics, the EMTs that come, my friend at the workplace, my partner, my roommates, who revive me every single time. I'm talking hundreds of times this has happened. I passed out. And every time I'm brought back, I have an awareness that I have a mission here. I didn't know what it was, but something I'm supposed to do here is important, and that's why I survived again and again and again. I always knew it, that I was protected for a reason. So anyway, besides that, I wanted to write a song about having a hero. So I wrote this song called Safeguard My Heart. I put a heart in there to make it a little bit, I don't know, like a love song, pop song. I'm a pop music writer, and I'm always aiming for what's going to grab the audience. So there are parts in this song that talk about the bed situation where I'm passing out and I don't know where I am and I can't figure things out, and somebody has got to revive me, and it explains all that. So I wanted to do a premiere, a semi-premiere of that song here. Just know that I have a music channel, Jeremy Butcher Music is what it's called. I have a playlist here on this channel of all of my demos that I have submitted to YouTube for people to listen to. Keep in mind, these demos are tracks that I have created 100% by myself on the iPad using GarageBand, a free software. So I'm not saying that to apologize for it being terrible. No, I'm actually pretty proud about what I've been able to produce on a $0 budget. Also, when you hear my voice, I'm singing directly into my iPad. I have no microphones, no effects processors, nothing. Just what I can do with my iPad. So I'd like to play that song for you now, Safeguard My Heart, so you can listen to it now and get the experience. But remember, you can always go to the playlist that's got all my songs on it. It's called, I think it's called the Jeremy Butcher Music playlist. And to hear all of them, I want to know what you guys think. Please comment on the songs and let me know. Celebrate my creations with me. I'm pretty darn good at what I do, and I'm proud of it. Here we go.
dancing on the edge. Yeah. Now sweet survival lies in the hands of fate somehow. Yeah. Too far to forfeit, too close to stop and give up now. I need a hero to hear my call. So send me a hero to catch my fall. A lover, a fighter, who's faithful through it all. Oh baby, please come save me in time. Safeguard my heart tonight. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So, what do you think, guys? I hope you like it. It's fun to dance to. As you can see, I'm a mover, I'm a shaker. I love to dance. All of my songs, most of my songs have a beat that you can move to because I want to dance, and that's what my music's for me, is to dance to, right? So tell me what you think down below. I really want to know. Take a look at this playlist. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna present each of the other songs here and tell you what I was writing about in each of them, so that you can hear a behind the scenes story of how I made those songs, so that you have something to enjoy. If anybody's a diabetic like me, type 1 or type 2 down in the comments below. And if you know somebody who's a diabetic, if you think they would enjoy hearing this song or watching this video, go ahead and share it with them. I'd love to spread the message and inspire you all to be creative. All right? I love you guys. You're awesome. Thank you for listening to my song. I'm so grateful you have ears to hear what I have created. I'm so grateful I have that opportunity to produce magic for the ears, and I get to share it to bless the world. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.